Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, the king is back, baby. Gold D Roger 6+ has arrived thanks to the treasure map and picking up the final 2 skulls of this man's super evolution. And what can I say, but the king is back, yo. Everyone remembers 2 years ago when this particular character came to the game, and it was probably the most monumental, iconic moment in One Piece Treasure Cruise. He came out alongside Odin as like one of the first Super Sugo Fest exclusive characters, and he did not disappoint. He held the reign as king of the cruise for about a year, and even still to this day, you could make an argument to me that he is still one of the most used characters across the board in multiple different game modes. Now, in today's video, we're going to showcase his power. We're going to talk about his new kit. We're going to talk about his special, his captain ability, his rumble, all of that good stuff. And I have a bunch of clips rolling in the background for you guys. This is the point farming event, as you guys see right here. And I decided to put together a Goldie Roger crew. We've got Super Tandem Shanks. We've got Odin 6+, the Rayleigh that came out alongside him, and the free-to-play Buggy as well. I sort of just wanted to put together like a quirky, fun team and take on some new content. And this is the team that I actually put together. But Roger's captain nullifies the effects of remove beneficial effects or remove accumulative value once per quest, boosts cruise attack by 5 times HP by 1.3, and completely removes despair. If you use the divine departure of obliteration, character's captain ability is the following for 3 turns. Boosts cruise attack by 5.25, HP by 1.3, and still completely removes despair. So basically they just bumped his numbers. He was at 4.5 times captain, up to 5 times with his original form. But now he just has a little bit stronger digits. But the big gimmick with Roger was always the nullify the effect of remove beneficial effects or the remove accumulative value, which means he could just remove Haki or red Haki. Anytime that was actually coming your way, you could actually remove it very, very easily. He's a Psi free spirit slasher unit. He has slot blind, enrage, and crit as his limit break abilities, and then his support goes on all characters and gives 11% of his base stats to literally every character in the game. At a 3,633 attack stat, at limit break expansion, level 150, and 180 cotton candy, this support is actually really, really good, and you can definitely find a place for Roger on pretty much every team, as Roger doesn't have that much representation in the game. Unless you're using a Roger, you're 90% of the time, 99% of the time, you're always going to be utilizing this support, as it works very, very nicely. We even actually managed to get the Crocus support on this team. Hilarious. So Roger's captain ability is actually very, very good because it's a rainbow captain ability. 5.25 to every character in the game is so nice. But I do always find when I am building teams with Roger, I am leaning towards slashes and free spirits. It's kind of just the way that I've just been, like, my brain's been programmed in the game. However, as you guys can see on this particular clip against San Juan Wolf, you just can bring any character you like. And that's a big plus to Roger's kit, and it makes him very, very valuable to have for your account. As you can see, we are running a free spirit slasher team, but we just chucked on Vasco shit. That way we can actually just get around that really annoying stage on stage 4. So, like, Roger has that ability to just put anything on the crew and make it work. As a captain, obviously he's a super type unit for Psi. As long as you have an Odin, Rayleigh, Gaban, Newgate, Crocus, Shanks, Buggy, Dogstorm, Cat Viper, or Ace on the team, you do get access to his super type mechanic, which reduces crew's special charge by 1 turn, changes all slots including block to their own type, locks the crew slots for 2 turns, and changes side to super type. So this ability is actually really, really powerful. There's a lot of very good Cat Vipers. There's a lot of very good Dogstorms in the game now. Ace, obviously, with Yamato and Ace, got a huge buff. Shanks with his Super Tandem character. Buggy has a lot of representation in the game. Obviously, Whitebeard being very powerful. And then the 6+ of Odin makes this very attainable. His orb manipulation is one of the best in the game. Locking orbs as well, and then having the like Roger Odin combination is so freaking powerful. But the big buff that his super type did get, in my opinion, is he gets 1 turn of cooldown. That is so valuable for speedrunning content. It is so valuable for special reverse. Obviously, you can still use the liberal hind if you're running like a side-based team, but this super type special got a monstrous buff, in my opinion, with the cooldown reduction. His special deals 1.5 million damage to all enemies that ignores defense, normal attacks only, and boosts cruise attack by 1 turn based on the total damage dealt with normal attacks before the special is launched. 2.75 at a base rate, 3 times as long as you've done 3 million or more, and 3.25 as long as you've done 10 million or more. If you have an attack buff when the special is launched, boost type effects of normal attacks for the entire crew by 2.25 for 3 turns. And if your character is a captain or friend captain, extend the duration of slot boost by 2 turns when the special is launched. So the ability of Roger was always god tier because with Odin, you got a full board of Wano slots thanks to the super type and the special of Odin. You then got a 2.75 orb boost to slasher and free spirit and strength, and then Roger would turn that into a now turns it into a 4 times. You move into the next stage, you don't have to worry about them being blown away thanks to his remove negative effects, and it all works out super hunky-dory. Now, you're just doing more damage. Like, the numbers have just been increased to match the power creep, and Roger and Odin still find a very, very easy and viable way into today's meta across the board. Whether you were talking point farming events, arena events, Garbs challenges, any of those like 10-star to 12-star events, even 13-star events, Roger can do very, very easily and very, very swiftly alongside some of these very, very powerful characters. On top of that, he's an amazing unit in some stuff like Treasure Map, and he can still see play in stuff like Grand Voyage, Local Sea Monster for like level 3. But like this guy is just an absolute demon with the amount of damage that he can output now. As you saw there, 140 mil with no type advantage, pretty impressive stuff for a 6+. As mentioned though, he does actually shine in other game modes as well. Treasure Map is a great place to use Roger 6+, because that 1.5 million fixed damage is very, very good when you are coming up against Treasure Map mini-bosses. Now, the Treasure Map that's live at the moment for Wiper, there is a mini-boss. Roger's actually boosted. There is a mini-boss stage where you come up against a character from Skypiea called Raki. Now, Raki has a bunch of mob members around her, and those mob members don't scale with HP. However, Raki will as you go higher and higher up in the nav levels. However, when you're on the minimap, you don't have to worry about scaling, and that 1.5 million damage that goes through normal attacks only is very, very valuable, because you can do stuff like this. You can target out that character on the minimap, and then you're guaranteed to do that 1.5 million fixed damage, and you can just basically blow it away, making your nav level runs a lot smoother, a lot faster. Also, something to note, Roger's animations got a monstrous buff. Look how beautiful that special was. Like, absolutely wild how amazing that they made this man look. He looks so menacing and looks so powerful, and the true rightful owner of the title of Pirate King. So all in all, Roger's 6+ is one of the best in the game, and look, rightfully so. The character was already still so freaking good before they actually gave him this 6+. Even without his 6+, he still sits in like the top 25 echelon of best characters in the game. He can still clear pretty much every piece of content without his 6+, but this sort of 6+ just sort of puts him in the realm and the discussion of some of the better characters in the game. Completely removing Despair as a captain is very, very nice. It's very, very handy to have. Whilst Despair is probably the weaker of the utility buffs for a captain, completely removing it is nothing to scoff at. It's very, very handy. An attack boost and to your entire crew at 3.25 Rainbow is disgustingly powerful. Plus the unique ability to blow away, remove beneficial effects, or red haki is something that no other character can do in the game. On top of that, he can be your color affinity booster. He can also extend an orb boost. Plus, he can lock orbs, which is super valuable nowadays with stuff like Super Bomb, with stuff like Super Block, Paralysis, Poison Orbs, and avoiding them by using stuff like Wano is very, very valuable. Stuff like Odin, stuff like Hiyori, other characters that can give you Wano slots like Yamato are going to be super, super valuable alongside this particular Roger. I do believe a lot of people have Roger as well. Like, shout out to my boy Kruby, but like, most people would have picked this guy up either on release or throughout the Super Sugo Fest along the way, because this guy's been out for 2 years now. Like, it's been a long time. Now, don't get me wrong, I do know there's newer players, and I know there's people that have got unlucky, but if you got unlucky, say, against, like, the verse Yamato Kaido Suga Fest, this guy is a perfect example of a character that you can hybrid up alongside Yamato. If you missed out on Nami, this guy is a perfect example of a character that you can hybrid up with Nami. Nami especially, because this guy's a super type, and then Nami's like a super class. It means that she's hitting very, very hard against int bosses. And as you guys have seen through these clips, Roger hasn't struggled at all. We've no-stalled every piece of content that I've showed you. And he's done it fairly easily. There wasn't any issues with when building these teams. My actual most viewed video is a Roger team when this guy first released. It was kind of like the blow up of the channel, so it's a bit nostalgic for me to see this guy. Look at this interrupt, by the way. Like look how beautiful that is. So I do really want to go back and run that exact same team and see how that goes with the 6+ of Roger and Odin. So make sure you guys hit the bell notification. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit the subscription button so you guys don't miss out on the fun, and belt the like button if you agree and you really enjoy this 6+ of Roger. But Stump, Roger could already beat all this content in the game. Like, where are you going with this? Like, what makes him stand out from the rest of the characters nowadays? Well, Roger is still, alongside probably Whitebeard Roger, the best grand party leader to exist within the game mode. If you guys don't know what this guy does as his 6-star form, well, with his 6+, he just got even better. His GP leader skill gives Psy teammates attack HP level 7, CT speed level 3, then he does slashes attack defense level 4, speed guard percent up level 7. Giving level 7 guard to slashes is ridiculously powerful. Slashers have always struggled with defense, and the fact that Roger gives them guard in my opinion is just way more valuable than defense because it doesn't get affected by the half stats. Well, at least I don't think it does. Let me know in the comment section below if I'm wrong there. But his burst is what makes him so damn valuable. All you have to do is receive 55,000 damage, and you can activate this bad boy twice. He targets all enemies for 2,750 damage, and then has a 100% chance to halve stats. Once you start popping that off with slashes, and the amount of damage output they have, it's game over. It's not even a competition, and at that point, no matter what, Roger will absolutely wipe the floor with everything. So in game modes nowadays, like Treasure Map makes him very, very viable. In Grand Party makes him very, very viable. But you can also use him in Pirate Rumble. In Pirate Rumble with his 6+, he did get a buff. His Rumble ability now boosts Psy, teammates HP up level 5. And for the first 30 seconds, he gives level 4 defense. For the first 60 seconds, he gives attack level 6, speed level 6. And when there is less than 40 seconds, he gives team CT speed level 6 as well. This is awesome for rainbow teams. He obviously boosts Psy more because he gives the HP buff to Psy. And it's very easy to run like Free Spirit Psy, Free Spirit Slasher teams. And in Grand Party, it's not hard to do that either. But he's a very, very good option, especially if you're missing stuff like Whitebeard and Roger and you're not running that sort of Slasher-centric team. Or in GP, if you're utilizing Whitebeard and Roger on the Slasher team, and then you can use this guy on your Psy team. He also, as a special, deals 250 fixed damage to all enemies, targets enemies within a medium frontal range for attack down level 10, defense down level 6, speed down level 12 for 15 seconds. So he has great nerfing capabilities. He does a lot of fixed damage, easily finds his way onto the Slasher Psy or the Slasher Free Spirit team. Or if you really need to, you can easily bring him for that sort of Free Spirit or Slasher team as well. The big draw to this character, as I mentioned, is that ability to blow away like negative effects. It's what made him so desirable. Plus, he's amazing super type, he's amazing attack boosting special, and the freedom to literally run everything. For myself, where I use Roger nowadays as an endgame player is in GP, as well as in Treasure Map. I tend to always bring him on one of my like small Treasure Map interrupts, so that way I don't have to do a lot of runs. Plus, in Grand Party, the man has been carrying me pretty much every single Grand Party, except for like the end of the last one, where I was using Whitebeard and Roger. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on this 6+ in the comment section below. While you're down there, don't forget to belt the like button for me if you're new to the channel. Hit that big red subscribe button. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Lates!